I'm going to go through the different tulip options, give you a scale from perennial to annual. You can kind of think of the annual tulips sort of like your petunias. Every year you go get new petunias, you change up your bed, it looks a little bit different. Think of that with your annual tulips. Every year you get to change up your garden, have new color palettes, and do something fresh and exciting, and play with some new flower forms. Your only true perennial tulip that is going to come back for you year over year with no questions is your botanical types. And they're actually a little bit different of a flower form. They're often shorter. This one is a 4-inch size, but they have more of a water lily styled opening, but they're still really gorgeous, and they're a great way to kind of anchor your garden in a great border and just have color year over year without any worry. Next up is your naturalizing options. So these ones aren't so much that they'll be a perennial for you, but they will divide, they'll create new tulips, so you will be getting them back year over year for a longer period. They might not go indefinitely, but you'll definitely get many, many years out of them. You can look at your Fusteriana, which this one comes in this gorgeous pink, really interesting flower forms that personally, I really love this. I just think super beautiful. Your Darwin hybrid tulips, which come in a ton of different color varieties. They kind of have that tulip look that we all sort of think of when we think of a tulip. A really great option. They will naturalize in your garden. Kaufmanniana, this one again will naturalize even a little bit better than some of the others. So in terms of reliability, this one is very reliable for you. Your Greggii tulips, which this one has a super interesting flower form, almost looks more like a rosebud that's about to open, but definitely something to consider and one that will naturalize in your garden. And finally, your Fusteriana option. This one happens to be a double, so it's not as reliable. We just don't have any more of the Fusteriana, and I need something to hold in my hands. So the Fusteriana options will give you a more naturalized option, and again, really interesting flower forms that can create some really great texture in the garden for you. Now moving into your annual styled tulips. You might be thinking, why would I plant these? They're not going to come back for me year over year. Well, because they're gorgeous. These tulips are bred to have incredible flower forms, really interesting colors, and just give you some really great spring interest that the other options can't offer you. The reason that they're not going to come back for you every year is because they put so much energy into that flower form that they're not able to do it year over year reliably. Some of them you might get some blooms the second year, they're going to be smaller, and third year you're probably only going to get foliage, and after that they're going to be done. But to be honest, with a lot of these, treat them as an annual. I love to use them for like cut flowers and things, because especially with that, you need to rip out the whole bulb so you get a longer stem. But these are a really great option to just kind of add into the garden year over year. They're really economical, so not a high price to get a lot of great spring interest and to change things up year over year. So looking at the really interesting tulips that you're gonna have to replant every year, but hey, lucky me, because that means I get to play with different looks. You've got your fringed options as well as your double fringed tulips, your lily flowering tulips, the Triumph, your parrot tulips, which, I mean, if you're looking for something a little bit unique, hard to find something that's going to create more of a showstopper than the parrot tulips. And then your double early and your double peony tulips. Very similar flower forms. Your double peonies are going to typically be a little bit taller, and they're going to flower a little later in the season. So they're really great to combo together because it's almost like a continuation of the same flower, but at different height values and with different sort of bloom timings. So you'll get to enjoy these for a couple weeks and then enjoy this for a couple weeks. You're getting 4 weeks of the same type of flower. Hopefully this demystifies a little bit about why your tulips are not coming back year over year. Don't worry, they're probably doing what they were bred to do, which is give you a ton of joy in the spring, give you some really interesting flowers, really great color, and next fall give you the option to change everything up and try something new.